Today we're joined by Steve Pace, board member of the Friends of the Paul Sawyier Public Library, and he's going to give us all the details on this week's huge book sale. Welcome, Steve.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
Steve told us that he actually watches the show a little bit, so that's nice, right?
That is nice. Hey, we got a viewer, a guest who is also a fan and a viewer, so we love that.
He said he'd like you to go grab the turkey dinner candy corns and let him have a few before he leaves.
Yeah, no way. Well, Mr. Pace, thanks again so much for being on our show. Let's tell folks real quick right at the jump here the details on the book sale. It starts tomorrow for actual friends of the public library, right?
Yeah, well, let me clarify that I'm not a board member. I'm a previous board member.
Okay. Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But I am a friend.
Okay.
Definitely a friend. So yeah, tomorrow we're having another one of our, and it's as appropriate, gigantic book sales at the Paul Sawyier Public Library. It's in the River Room, which is the larger community room that's down there. And if you can imagine, if you've been in that room, we fill that entire room with tables of books. And I'm talking thousands of books. And all of these are donated books and other media that people in Frankfurt have donated to us to have this sale. And then we're an all-volunteer organization. And so starting tomorrow at 3 o'clock, the Tuesday is set aside for the Friends. Mm-hmm. So if you've paid your money or you want to come pay us just a little bit of money, then you can come become a friend of the Paul Sawyier Library, and you get the first dibs on all those thousands of books, CDs, and all that stuff. And that goes from 3 to 6 tomorrow. Now, after that, we go back to our general opening, which will be Wednesday. So we're open Wednesday from 10 to 6, kind of with the library hours. Thursday, 10 to 6. Friday, 10 to 3:30, a little sooner. And then all those days, the prices on all this material will run. It's unbelievably reasonable because I don't think we've ever raised the price. So in the 15 years we've been doing this, we've never raised the price. So it is $1 per hardback, 50 cents for paperbacks, 25 cents for like the real small paperbacks, and then all these other media like CDs and DVDs and audiobooks and even vinyl. Sometimes we even have vinyl, and those are $1 each. And then we have lots of children's books as well. So, and we take, we accept cash, checks, and now debit cards and credit cards. And that's all those prices are like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And when you get to Saturday, if you come back on Saturday, and you should, on Saturday, which goes from 10 to 2 p.m., 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., that's what we call Bag and Box Day. And on Bag and Box Day, you can bring in any bag that you can find, any bag, and any bag you bring in and fill up, you'll get for $2. Then we have boxes, which we've got available. And if they're like the smaller boxes, we sometimes call the liquor boxes, which we've used a lot to store our books in. Those are $2.50, and then the larger boxes are $5. So you can get an enormous amount of material for anywhere from $2 to $5 on Saturday. And that's, we only ask you to wear a mask and social distance, which people tend to do when they're at the tables anyway. So
and you can find so many different books at this book sale. You walk in and it can be a little overwhelming. Like you need to carve out at least, give yourself at least like 25-30 minutes or so to just really go aisle by aisle and
I'd say 30 minutes. Yeah. And we divide the tables up so that there's fiction. It kind of runs alphabetically, like A through Z. at least all the A's are together, and at least they are at the beginning. They get a little scrambled over the week, but the fiction's over on one side. The nonfiction is kind of categorized by there's some little topical signs sticking up that say religion or health. Or travel.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because there are so many different genres of books that you all have available. So it's fiction, but then there's also tons of nonfiction, books about entertainment and writing and art books as well, and children's novels. And I've noticed a few records there as well. We talked about other media. There's some CDs and records.
I'm kind of a vinyl.
Me too.
And I have picked up some pretty good vinyl there for $1. That's not bad.
Well, and so let's talk a little bit about the Friends of the Paul Sawyier Public Library. Right. We mentioned that tomorrow is the Friends sale from 3 to 6 p.m. and really appreciate that you all allow folks that are not friends to become friends at the door. I think that's so cool. But remind folks what that entails and how they can be a friend.
Well, when you come and you want to become a friend, tomorrow or any other time, you can even do it in the bookstore, which will be open as well. And our prices for being a friend range, and those are really kind of like donations to become a friend. So it's like our regular membership is $5. We've got a senior membership, student membership for $3. There's a family membership, and that entitles you to discounts in the bookstore. And it entitles you to first dib on the book sale. And then all of that's really revenue, which goes into our support of the library. So you might think of it as another really small way you support your public library. Because all of this money that we raise, with no salaries, everything's volunteered, all the books are volunteered. And then basically all the money then goes back to the library special projects or summer reading programs. We've bought 2 bookmobiles. We raise about $30,000 a year this way.
So you can be a friend for $5.
For $5, you're a friend for a year.
That's incredible.
Yeah. You cannot beat that.
No.
And it goes to support the wonderful programs that are going on at the library that me and Scott, we talk about on the show all year long, and just honestly incredible the work that the Paul Sawyier Public Library does all throughout any normal year, but also throughout 2020. I always just hats off to the library for constantly providing content and programs for our community during the pandemic as well. We just love the library here, so encourage folks to check out that book sale. It is November 2nd through the 6th through Saturday there. Definitely bring a big enough bag to put as many books as you can in. I've gotten squabbled at a few times because I'll show up with a smaller reusable bag and like, nuh-uh, you need something bigger.
Steve, out of curiosity, you've been around these sales for a long time. Have you ever heard rumors of somebody pulling out like a gem, like some kind of first edition, first print or something or anything like that?
Well, if if my friend Richard Taylor doesn't come find the first edition first, which he's very regular.
I bet.
But you will find gems. I find gems all the time that I'm like, oh, I can't believe somebody didn't pick that up.
Yeah. And Richard Taylor doesn't have enough books already, does he?
Seriously.
Well, before we let you go, Steve, let's talk real fast about the Lily and Lindsay bookstore. We mentioned that as well. But the upcoming 15th anniversary is 2 weeks from today on the 15th. Just remind our viewers about that real fast.
Well, our bookstore, which is open Monday through Thursday and then Saturdays, and it's been more limited hours because of the pandemic and the library's hours, but basically it's open normally at 10. That bookstore has been operating in that library for 15 years by the Friends, and we used to be in the front side, and then when we expanded the library we moved to a larger room, and so we're celebrating the 15th anniversary of the bookstore, and the bookstore is named the Lillian Lindsay Bookstore, and that's a famous Frankfort name because she lived there on that corner next to the library on the corner of Celebrities, the Lindsay family. I don't know if she's any kin to your Miss Lindsay or not. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Kathy. Yeah,
we're going to have to ask her that. So because it is the Lillian Lindsay, we're going to have Lillian Lindsay appear at the bookstore. We're going to have the week after the book sale, and the bookstore will be open anyway, the whole week of the sale. But after that, we'll have special discounts in the store. And then Lillian Lindsay, I think maybe is going to be on Cable 10.
Yeah,
I think she is.
I think so. There's rumblings and whisperings of that, so we'll have to make that happen.
Then there's going to be drawings of door prizes by Miss Lindsay. Yes. And Miss Lindsay, at age 28, I think it was, founded the Frankfort Library, which was then called the Woman's Club Library. And it was the first library in Frankfurt. She founded it.
Steve Pace, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, it's been fun. Thank you so much, and we'd love to have you back on again. And thanks so much for highlighting the book sale that's going on this week. It starts tomorrow the 2nd and runs until the 6th.